Back here on Sportsline. Talked a lot about the Titans in the first segment. We will continue on with some analysis of that now. John Burton, joined by Jonathan Hutton of Titans Radio on the Electric Power Company Sunday Sports Central, Sunday night on NewsChannel 5. After a big Titans win, 31-17 in Indianapolis, just their fourth win in 23 meetings against the Colts. JB and Jay Hutt now on the keys to the game.
Time now to check out the keys to the game, sponsored by Hyundai. Jay Hutt, Mike Vrabel always talks about playing a solid team game, and that's what we saw today. All three phases contributed, including the special teams.
They did. They showed up well. It was an eruption of points in the closing minutes of that game, a game that could have gone either way. And the Titans made two huge plays. They pulled the comeback and closed with the big finish. And while the offense and defense deserve credit, the Titans special teams provided the biggest momentum shift of that game. Dane Cruikshank, Ty Smith, who was active today because LaShawn Sims couldn't play. 3 weeks ago, Joshua Kalu blocked the game-tying attempt in the fourth quarter, and today it was Dane Cruikshank. Then Smith returned it for the go-ahead score. Key ingredients for winning football in December.
And how about the defense, especially the secondary, came up with some key turnovers to help Tennessee get back in this football game.
They did, and the Titans didn't go into the game with man coverage personnel. So Dean Pease went to zone coverages. And the Colts, even with their depleted receiving corps, chopped away at that coverage with bootleg throwback, and nice spacing routes. Give them credit. But Pease made some adjustments with his zone pressure packages, and it resulted in big plays from the Titans' big playmakers, Kevin Byard and Logan Ryan. The interceptions led to 10 points, and don't underestimate the job of the backups today. Kareem Moore had to play for Adoree Jackson when he went down. Ty Smith was in for Sims. Those two combined for 15 tackles and settled into the game late after what was a rough start.
And then there's the QB. We talk about him every week, but Ryan Tannehill now 5-1 as a starter, and he has really emerged as the leader of this football team.
He's been excellent throughout these 6 games. He was surveying the Colts defense today, throwing some great passes into tight windows to 9 different receivers, and his last TD pass to Khalif Raymond in the fourth quarter was perfect. What's impressed me the most is his composure in the pocket when opposing defenses have been crashing down on him. It happened again today, especially in the first half, but he led the offense to touchdown drives, to answers Indy scores, and they delivered the dagger in the fourth. Behind the strong run game, Tannehill is dealing. And consider this. Over the last 3 games, the Titans have thrown the ball 18, 19, and now 22 times, and they've scored 35, 42, and 31 points. On top of that, today was his 4th comeback win in 6 starts. He's been the spark to this playoff push.
Unbelievable. Now the Titans have a legit shot to not only make the playoffs, but actually win the AFC South. Truly amazing. This tall, handsome fellow is going to be back with us later in the show to break down some key plays and take your Twitter comments.
All right, JB, Jay Hutt, thank you very much. The Titans, of course, going into a place that has been a house of horrors for them over the course of the last decade. Lucas Oil Stadium going into Sunday. The Titans had won just 1 time in the previous 11 meetings. Logan Ryan says it's quiet as church when the defense is on the field because they want that Indianapolis offense to execute, be able to hear themselves do what they want to do. So it's not necessarily the most intimidating place in the league. There are places that are louder, but for whatever reason, the Colts have owned the Titans, especially in that building. And for them to go in and get that win, it required some key plays, as we talked about in the first segment. It required guys to step up and make plays that gave them the belief that they could win. And they did. They made the plays that had escaped them for so long against Indianapolis. And that's the subject of this postgame report. The Titans had lost 19 of their last 22 games against the Colts and looked to be headed towards another defeat Sunday, down 17-7 in the third quarter here at Lucas Oil Stadium. But that's when this Tennessee team started making the plays that have escaped them for more than a decade in this series, finding the end zone for 24 unanswered points to grab a critical December win.
Pretty similarly matched teams. Knew it was going to be close. Expected a close game. That's what it was until somebody was able to make a play.
The biggest thing that changes a game is when you make the big play the big plays. And that could be one or two, and that could change the whole outcome of the game. And you've seen that today.
Facing 4th and 1 in the third quarter, Mike Vrabel rolled the dice looking for a spark. He got one as Derrick Henry broke loose for a 13-yard touchdown.
Guys blocked it well and executed it well. Thought we could take advantage of something right there.
Just 86 seconds later, the Titans tied the game on a field goal following Kevin Byard's interception.
We just try to make the best of our opportunities, and I think we've done a great job with that. We just got to keep it going because it's really about the team right now, man. We got to make this playoff run, and if we got to make big plays to get the game turned around, that's what we got to do.
It looked like the Colts might regain the lead in the fourth quarter, but Dane Cruikshank blocked the Titans' second field goal of the game, and Ty Smith returned it 63 yards for a score, turning the tide for good.
Every field goal, I was timing it better, and then that last one, I was just able to, get a great jump on it. And I came through, and I already knew I was going to block it.
I just saw it bounce, and it just literally went in my hands. I didn't really have to do much. I just held my hands out, and it popped right in. I just caught it and ran.
It's almost looking like a weapon for us. We blocked two, forced another miss. I mean, they're excited. They practice it hard. They're coordinated, and they're trying to get everybody home. They know if everybody does their job, we got a chance to get one. 2 plays later, Logan Ryan picked off Jacoby Brissett's errant pass, and the Titans then slammed the door shut with Ryan Tannehill's 40-yard touchdown to Khalif Raymond. 14 points in 6 plays to exercise the Indianapolis Demons.
I knew it was an opportunity to make a play, and that's what I want to make sure I go out there. We talk about it all week, man. When your time comes, be ready and be prepared. So I just want to make sure I was prepared as possible to go out there and make a play.
I thought that was Arthur's best call of the year. I thought it was a great call. I thought well executed, aggressive. We talked about going for it. I was like, go win the game.
Defense kept us in it, and we kept sticking with it. And then we were able to make a huge play there. We went for the dagger there, and we were able to make the play.
The Titans win for just the second time in 12 tries here at Lucas Oil Stadium and move in front of the Colts in the playoff hunt. Safety Kevin Byard telling me after the game, this was a big step, but we need to keep it going. In Indianapolis, Steve Lehman, News Channel 5 Sports.
Back with our guy, Jonathan Hutton from Titans Radio here at the Smart Screen as we break down some of the big plays from today's game. And for all the Derrick Henry fans out there, Alabama fans and Titans fans, this was the day you were looking for. Feed the big man. 26 carries today, $149 on the ground.
And he got rolling. And the different wrinkle to the offense now with Kari Blossingame leading the way in the I formation. You're not going to bring him down one-arm tackling. He's not going to go down easy. Another example is the touchdown run. Good agility, bouncing it off to the left. And when the stiff arm doesn't work, the spin move does. He gets in for 6 and shakes off the early turnover. And then the play action got going. Everybody's expecting run, and Tannehill delivers a beautiful throw to Khalif Raymond to seal it today in Indianapolis.
And both Tannehill and Henry shook off early turnovers in this game and came up big, as did the special teams. Look, we always know that the Titans defense is going to ball out, but what about the contributions they got from the special teams today? Came up huge.
Well, now 4 blocks on the season, 2 today, and that was Austin Johnson coming through to keep points off the board from Vinatieri. Later, here's the play of the game. Cruikshank through. Kalu was off the left edge. Ty Smith off the right. They were all there, and Smith is able to return it to the house for the play of the game. The first time we've seen anything like this from a Titans team since 2001 when big Henry Ford was able to return it on a nice block kick. That was 18 years ago, Mike Keith was saying. That's crazy. If the Titans advance to the postseason, that play will be one of the plays we see on a loop because it sent Indy fans home today from Lucas Oil Stadium, a place that has been a house of horrors for the Titans team.
And they hope to do the same next week in Oakland.